kids, I hope you all are fine. Today we are going to start chapter. So read and enjoy.
Chapter 7 Marie Curie. Read and enjoy. Characters: Marie Curie, Perry Curie, Madame de Lusca, 5 newspaper reporters. As the lights come on, a violent ringing of the doorbell is heard, and a very excited Madame de Lusca enters Perry and Mary's home. Madame Lusca. Mary! Mary enters the room. Oh, Mary, I heard. Where is Perry? Perry enters. Oh, I'm so thrilled. It's so wonderful, unbelievable. Congratulations. Madame de Lusca hugs and kisses Mary and Perry. Mary. Why? Madame de Lusca, do tell us what you are so excited about. Madame de Lusca. Perry, and you have won the Nobel Prize for Physics this year. Oh, I'm so excited. And I know that Bronya and Casimir will be as excited as I am. So I ran to congratulate you on behalf of all of us. When are you leaving for Sweden? Perry. We are not going to Sweden. And what's more? Madam. Shocked. Ooh la la, not going to Sweden. Don't you want the King of Sweden to give you your medals? I don't mind accompanying you. Mary. Oh, Madame de Lusca, that is very kind of you. But we cannot leave Paris on 10th December. Perry. We have postponed our trip and may go to Stockholm either during Easter or in June. Madame de Lusca. I am so disappointed. I had such dreams of designing Mary's new dress. She is interrupted by another violent ring of the doorbell. Who can that be? Let me see. She opens the door and 5 newspaper reporters roughly push her aside. Reporter 1. We want to speak to Monsieur and Madame Curie. I am from Echo de Paris. Reporter 2. I represent the Paris Daily. Reporter 3. I am from the Times. Reporter 4. The Guardian. Reporter 5. The Washington Post. We would like to speak to the Curies. Madame de Lusca, flustered. Oh yes! Turns around to find that Mary and Perry have disappeared. Where are you, Mary? Perry. Oh, so you are newspaper reporters. Wait. As a reporter takes a picture. Wait a minute, young man. How dare you take my photograph when I am not properly dressed? Reporter 1. Who are you, madam? Reporter 2. How are you related to the Curies? Reporter 3. Isn't this a rather simple house? Reporter 4. May we take some photographs? They continue to click away. Reporter 3. When are the Curies leaving for Stockholm? Madame de Lusca. They are not leaving. Reporter 4. Why not? Reporter 3. They don't like Swedish gold medals. Reporter 2. Looking around this house, one would think that the Curies could definitely use the prize money. Reporter 5. Well, old lady, who are you? The grandma? Madame de Lusca. Old lady? Grandma? Who? Me? Get out! Get out! You good for nothing! Get out of this house! Who are you calling old? Perry and Mary enter. Ah, thank God! Here you are, Perry, Mary. Perry. Well, messieurs, what can we do for you? Reporter 1. First of all, we would like some photographs of you and your home. Perry. I suppose you will take the photographs whether we like it or not. The reporters do what they want. Reporter 2. Can you answer some questions? Perry. Very briefly. Reporter 3. Why did you and your wife work in a shed while discovering radium? Mary. We didn't have a laboratory. Reporter 4. Why didn't you patent the technique of isolating radium? Perry. Because we don't believe in patenting scientific knowledge. Reporter 3. Oh, you must be very rich then. You don't need the money. Mary. You can answer that question yourself. Reporter 1. I believe you have a daughter. Mary. Yes. Reporter 2. How old is she? Perry. That question is totally irrelevant. We will only answer question regarding our work. Reporter 3. Oh, everyone knows about your work. We would like to have the inside story. Perry. Furiously. What nonsense! Reporter 5. Come on, give us a break. We would like to know something about the psychology of a woman devoted to research. Reporter 1. Your likes and dislikes? Perry. Well, first of all, we are almost fanatical about our privacy. We like to be left totally alone to do our work in peace. Reporter 5. Now come on, madam, tell us how you manage to be a good wife and mother. Doesn't your husband object your being away in the laboratory, away from your children and home? Mary. Monsieur, I found your question and your curiosity highly impertinent and distasteful. Scientists must be interested in things, not in people. Perry. I totally agree with my wife. So, gentlemen, I must ask you to leave. Reporter 2. Leave? We haven't been begun to ask important questions. Reporter 3. Are you going to Sweden? Perry. We are yet undecided. Reporter 4. Will you shift into a larger, more comfortable home now that you will be rich? Mary. We haven't thought about that either. Reporter 3. What message can I give your readers in America from you? Mary. Message? Why should Americans want any message from us? Perry. Well, gentlemen, I am sure that by now you have enough material on us to fill several columns. So goodbye. Please leave us in peace. Madame Delaska, will you be so kind as to escort these gentlemen to the door? Come, Mary. Perry gives Mary his arm and the two exist. Madame Delaska springs to life in action. Madame Delaska. Come along, come along. Out you go, all of you. You heard what Monsieur Curie said? No, I won't tell you how and where they met. No, She led them out of the door and shut it with a bang. Perry and Mary re-enter looking very upset. Perry. Oh, Madame Delaska, we are so sorry to have put you through all this trouble. Madame Delaska. This is only the beginning. Perry. What do you mean? Madame Delaska. At present, only newspaper reporters are hounding you. Very soon, the whole Paris, the creme de la creme, will be knocking at your door. Mary. What nonsense. We are poor scientists. We have no time for celebrities. Madame Delaska. Whether you like it or not, whether you have the time or not, you must accept the fact that you are not only famous, but internationally famous. And you will have to pay the price for that. Lights slowly fade. Perry and Mary exist. Madame Delaska slowly walks up stage center and the light is on her. Curtains. And they did pay and pay heavily for their fame. The Curies, who always liked to live like wild people, had to flee from the curious and those who would violate their privacy. They were asked for articles, inundated by requests for photographs and autographs. They were drowned in philosophical letters, sonnets and poems on radium. An American asked if Mary would allow him to baptize a racehorse in her name. They received plenty of requests for money, were visited by scientists, society people and eccentrics. Perry and Mary were the toast of London, Paris, Stockholm and Warsaw. But did this fame get them what they really wanted? A professorship at Sorbonne from Perry, a laboratory where they could work undisturbed? No. France was the last country to recognize their greatness, and it was only Paris school which supported their work the little money that it had of its own. However, I cannot leave you without telling you a story. Marie and Perry were invited by the President of France to the Elysee Palace for dinner. In the course of the evening, a lady came up to Marie and said, "Would you like me to present